LQ here with the LQ review. Here to talk a little bit about Terminator: Dark Fate. So, the panel for Terminator: Dark Fate at Comic-Con was earlier today, and they haven't dropped the trailer yet, which surprises me. I was really expecting to get a second trailer for this movie, and we still might. It's still very possible that we're going to get that second trailer today or before the end of Comic-Con, but we haven't gotten it yet. But one nice juicy tidbit was released, and that is that Edward Furlong, who played John Connor in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, he is coming back for Terminator: Dark Fate. Now, that's exciting news. We know that his life he's had some challenges in his life, and that he's been kind of acting a little intermittently since he's had those challenges. I think he's done some small bit roles recently, but it's exciting just for what it means for the Terminator franchise, right? Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis, they're wiping those away from the timeline. Those are now all set in an alternate timeline, and they don't exist anymore. And Terminator Dark Fate is Terminator 3. Kind of like Halloween did last year. Terminator Dark Fate is Terminator 3. And what I find exciting about that is the fact that, yes, they brought back Linda Hamilton to play Sarah Connor. James Cameron is back producing, but now they got that other piece of the puzzle, Edward Furlong playing John Connor. We know that Arnold Schwarzenegger is coming back also. In what capacity, we're not sure yet. This is kind of my take on Edward Furlong being back. Number one, yes, I'm pumped about it. I'm pumped that's just another piece of connectivity to Terminator 2, and this is supposed to be the legitimate sequel to Terminator 2. So this is another bit of connectivity that just makes a lot of sense. Now, John Connor has not been in any of the marketing for this movie, and it's there's John Connor's so central to the Terminator universe that the idea of him not having a role in this movie was a head scratcher. Why is he not in the trailers? Why is he not in the synopsis? What's going on? And kind of what we're getting in some of the leaks is that Skynet is dead. They were excuse me. That they were successful in destroying Skynet in Terminator 2, but now there's a new faction, a new machine faction called Legion that has some of the same goals as Skynet. That's kind of what we're getting out of it. And it sounds like they might actually be success. Now, this is all internet rumor, all geeks talking online, geeks like me talking online about what they're hearing. So take this with a grain of salt. It's entirely possible that this is completely false. But it's kind of sounding like John Connor dies. That Legion is successful in taking out John Connor. That's an interesting take on it. Because now that Skynet's destroyed, the future isn't written and John Connor could die. So that's an interesting take on it. So part of me kind of suspects that we're going to see early in the movie, maybe even before the credits roll, before the opening credits roll, we're going to see Edward Furlong, John Connor get taken out. That's kind of what I expect to see. But it doesn't matter what the story is. It does matter what the story is. That's the number one thing that matters. But as far as what I'm talking about right now, what matters is that Edward Furlong is back. Edward Furlong is back, and that creates a connectivity, that creates excitement, that creates more reason to want to go see this movie. Yes, the story matters, absolutely. The story is the most important thing. It's more important than the characters, than the actors, than anything. The characters serve the story, the actors serve the characters. So the story matters. But what matters for this video is that Edward Furlong is back, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Edward Furlong's back, Linda Hamilton's back, Arnold Schwarzenegger's back, James Cameron is back as a producer. We have the team from Terminator 2 back. And these were all pieces that was missing. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Such a corny movie. Had good stuff in it. It had good stuff in it and had a ballsy ending, but it was a corny movie. It was missing so many of those components. Salvation, missing so many of those components. Genesis, missing so many of those components. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the only one that was in all those, even though he was only in Salvation for a brief second and he was de-aged horribly. So, I'm pumped. call me a super fan, call me a geek, call me a nerd. I'm pumped that Edward Furlong is back, and I hope that this is a situation where um, it opens the door for him to do some other stuff. I want him to get his life on track. It seems like he has been. I haven't really been following it closely lately, but it seems like he's been getting some jobs and doing some things in Hollywood, and that's wonderful. So hopefully this is a good comeback for him, even though it's probably going to be a bit raw. Hopefully it's a great comeback for him, and he's able to do some big things next. Maybe it's not a bit role though. We don't know. Maybe John Connor has a presence throughout this whole movie, and Edward Furlong is going to pop up several times throughout the movie. I kind of doubt that, but it's possible. We just don't know. So I'm excited. I love the idea of Edward Furlong coming back. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here at the LQ Review. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. I know it's real small potatoes, but it'd be, I've only been at this a couple months. It would be a huge win for me if I could get to 100 subscribers. You can help me by hitting subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you being here where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.